Welcome, and congratulations on the purchase of your Holiday Rambler recreational vehicle. This is the beginning of one of the most pleasurable adventures of your life. We provided this videotape to help you get better acquainted with your vehicle. You'll be able to see for yourself some of the most important steps and procedures for the use and the maintenance of your RV. We're going to cover the loading of your vehicle, preparing for travel, some traveling tips, setting up your vehicle at a campsite, operating major appliances, and other maintenance procedures. This video will cover the Holiday Rambler 1000, Alumilite, and Imperial models of Class A motorhomes, along with the Alumilite mini motorhome. The information in this program is covered in more detail in your owner's manual. It is important that you read this manual completely before using your motorhome. Follow this brief checklist as you prepare to leave your campsite. Make sure the wastewater and sewage water gate valves are closed before disconnecting the sewer hose. Lock the drain cap back in place. Rinse out the drain hose well before storing it. Be sure the fresh water supply hose is disconnected and stored. Disconnect and store the 110 electrical cord. The awning needs to be fully retracted and locked into place. Shut off the main valve on the LP gas tank. Before each trip, check the levels for the engine oil, transmission fluid, and power steering fluid. Also check the radiator coolant, the battery water, and the windshield washer fluid. Also check the oil level in the generator. The water heater and furnace need to be turned off. Crank the TV antenna to the down position. Close all windows and vents. Be sure that the table and countertops are clear and that all loose items such as canisters, utensils, and appliances have been secured for travel. Check that the refrigerator contents are secure and the door securely closed. If your RV features a 3-way AES refrigerator, it will automatically make the switch to 12-volt DC power. This switch will occur after the engine has been started and the voltage reaches the proper level. If your motorhome has a 2-way AES refrigerator, 12-volt power is not available as an energy source. You will need to turn the refrigerator off while traveling. Raise the automatic stabilizing jacks. Check the tires to make sure they are in good condition and properly inflated. You will want to check the wheel lug bolts after the first 50 miles, 100 miles, and before every trip. Remove the wheel blocks. Make a second inspection of the campsite to make sure that it is clear and that everything has been disconnected and stored. Check to see that the headlights, parking lights, turn signals, and brake lights are working. Make sure that the entrance steps are in the up position and lock the entrance door. Before each trip, always check and adjust your side view mirrors. Before using your wastewater system, you will want to treat the tank with an odor control chemical. Pour the chemical into the tank through the toilet by depressing the toilet pedals. This allows the mixing of the chemical with the water in the tank. Continue to depress the pedal until about a gallon of water has entered the waste tank. Release the pedal and the waste tank is ready for use. When you are ready to empty your wastewater tanks, state and park regulations require that you use an authorized disposal system site. Remove the drain hose from the storage area. Be sure that the wastewater and sewage water gate valves are closed before taking the end cap off of the drain system. Connect the drain hose to the drain fitting. There are two separate systems, one for wastewater and one for sewage waste. Each has its own control valve, but both empty through the same drain outlet. Pull the sewage gate valve first and let it drain. Go inside the unit and depress the toilet pedal until enough water has passed through to rinse out the system. Pull the wastewater valve and let it drain. The wastewater will help to flush out any solids remaining in the drain hose. An optional feature your unit may have is the waste holding tank flushing system, also called the no-fuss flush system. This system provides an easy way to clean out the wastewater system after emptying the wastewater tanks. Attach a garden hose to the water inlet labeled "Sewer valve must be open when using this water inlet." Flush water through the system for about 2 minutes or until the water runs clear from the discharge hose. Disconnect the garden hose from the faucet and lay it on the ground. This will allow the water to drain from the system before you detach the hose from the water inlet. This hose should be used for the flush system only. It must never be used for fresh water supply. After the waste system has been emptied, push both gate valves back into the closed position. Disconnect the drain hose. Replace the end cap on the drain line, making sure it is in the locked position. Rinse out the drain hose and return it to the storage area. Remember to treat the wastewater tank with an odor control chemical after each draining of the wastewater system. To fill the freshwater storage tank for self-contained camping or traveling, use the freshwater fill connection. Remove the cap, insert your garden hose, and fill. When the tank is full, some water will begin to come out of the vent hole. Turn the water off and replace the cap. A quick fill hose will make it even easier to fill the water tank. This item is available at most dealerships. The water pump is totally automatic and self-priming. It operates on demand when water is being used. Before turning the pump on, check the level in the water tank and refill it if necessary. Turn on the power to the pump and wait for the water lines and hot water tank to fill. Open the faucets one at a time to release any trapped air. Close each faucet when it delivers a steady stream of water. Make sure the pump stops running when all the faucets are turned off. The pump is now ready for automatic operation. Do not allow the pump to run when the water supply tank is empty. Seat belts are an important safety item and are required to be worn in most states. The driver's seat and all other seats designed to carry passengers during travel have been equipped with lap belts. For your protection, please be sure that all passengers have their seat belts fastened while the motorhome is in motion. Operating your motorhome may be a new and unfamiliar experience. Exercise a little extra caution at first, and soon you will feel comfortable driving under any normal traveling conditions. As you approach a hill, you will need to accelerate a bit more than usual. Downshift, even with an automatic transmission. If it takes a lower gear to climb the hill, use the same gear to go down the other side. You will need to make wider turns. Proper braking is extremely important to your safety. Your motorized vehicle weighs much more than most automobiles or small trucks, and you will need a longer stopping time and distance. Always anticipate traffic signals, stop signals, and side traffic. Decelerate slowly whenever possible to prevent undue wear on the brakes and tires. Reduce your speed when required by weather conditions. Wind will affect the handling of your recreational vehicle. Watch for steep inclines when pulling into a gas station or parking lot. Enter at an angle so that the bottom of the unit will not drag. Observe the overhang clearance. When refueling, make sure all appliances are off. When you reach your destination, you will want to select a campsite that is level and free from any overhanging wires or tree branches. If your campground does not have a drive-through site, you will need to back in carefully. Even if you have a rear backup vision system, you will want to have a ground guide assist you in backing your unit into the campsite. If your campsite is uneven, you will want to use wheel ramps to achieve the primary leveling of your coach. Your motorhome may be equipped with power leveling jacks. They will help to turn an uneven site into a pleasant camping area by allowing you to adjust your motorhome. These leveling jacks are located at all four corners of the vehicle. If you are parking on a slope, face the coach downhill if possible. Block the wheels before proceeding. To extend the power leveling jacks, turn the ignition switch to the accessory position. Turn on the master switch on the control panel located to the left of the driver's seat. To extend the levelers, move the levers one at a time to the extend side of the panel until all four levelers are extended to the vertical position. The red lights on the panel indicate that the corresponding jacks are in the vertical position. The yellow lights indicate which of the corresponding corners of the coach are low. Level the coach by extending the leveler at the lowest corner first, and then the next lowest, and so on, until all the yellow lights are out. If you are not on a paved campsite, you may want to place wood blocks beneath the jacks. If there are any levelers that are not touching the ground or were not used during leveling, extend them just enough to touch the ground. Once the coach is stabilized, turn off the control panel, then turn off the ignition. The master warning light in the dash will come on if the key is turned on while a leveler is still in the vertical position. Power is not needed to retract the levelers, but the lights will only function when the ignition key is on. Simply move the levers to the store position until the levelers completely retract and lock into place. Now you are ready to make the hookups to your campsite facilities. These procedures are basically the same for all motorhomes. Remove the 120 power cord from the storage compartment and plug it into the 120 outlet. The power cord features a 3-pin plug with the proper grounding for protection from electrical shock. Do not use any adapter, cheater, or extension cord that would break the continuity of the ground circuit to the plug. Never remove the ground pin in order to connect with a 2-prong ungrounded receptacle. If city water is provided at your campsite, simply attach one end of a garden hose to the RV inlet labeled City Water and the other end to the source. Open the valve and you will have pressurized the faucets, toilet, and water heater. Open the faucets one at a time to purge the trapped air from the water system before lighting the water heater. If your campsite has a wastewater hookup, connect your drain hose to the drain connection on your coach and place the other end into the wastewater receiver. You will want to keep the gate valves for the wastewater and sewage water closed. This will allow a sufficient amount of water to collect in the tanks, providing a smooth flow through the valves when you empty your wastewater tanks. Remember to open the main valve at the LP gas tank. Holiday Rambler motorhomes feature electric ignition furnaces. To light the furnace, turn the thermostat on and turn it to the desired temperature setting. Allow 15 to 30 seconds for the burner to light and the blower to begin operating. If the burner does not light, set the thermostat to the off position and wait 5 minutes before repeating the procedure. To ignite the burner on an electronic ignition water heater, locate the switch on the system's monitor panel and push it to the on position. The panel has a light that will blink red until the pilot ignites. The light will then switch to a steady green. If the pilot light fails to ignite, the light will return to blinking red. If a flame is not established within a 10 to 15 second period, the system will automatically shut down and go into lockout. To reactivate the system, reset by turning the switch off, then back on. If the direct ignition fails to ignite, refer to the owner's manual supplied with your recreational vehicle. All Holiday Rambler models feature refrigerators with AES, the Automatic Energy Selector Control System. This system automatically selects the most suitable energy source available. The energy sources are prioritized in this order. The first selection is 120 volt, the second LP gas, and the third 12 volt. 12 volt power is not available as a power source for the two-way AES refrigerator. Before starting the refrigerator, make sure that the gas shutoff valve is in the open position. To start the refrigerator, move the main on-off switch to the on position. Turn the thermostat knob to a normal mid-range setting, then adjust to your personal needs. You can manually choose between 120 volt and LP gas operation of the refrigerator. Select the energy source by pressing the corresponding button when turning the refrigerator on. The operating selections are indicated on the control panel on the refrigerator. 12 volt DC operation can only be selected through the AES mode. If the refrigerator is attempting to run off of LP gas and the LP flame fails to ignite, a red indicator will light. Return the switch to the off position, wait 5 minutes, and turn it on again. If the LP flame still fails to ignite, refer to your owner's manual for further instructions. To fully understand the operation of your AES refrigerator, you will want to read the section in your owner's manual. There may be times when your motorhome will not be used for an extended period, or when it will be exposed to below freezing temperatures. There are some specific guidelines you'll need to follow for the proper winterizing and storage of your RV. You'll want to disconnect your motorhome coach and chassis batteries while the motorhome is parked for an extended period of time. The coach battery disconnect switch is located at the control panel. Press the Store Use switch to the store position. The engine battery disconnect is an on-off switch located under the front hood on the firewall. Switch to off while the motorhome is in storage. Remember to reconnect the batteries when you're ready to begin traveling again. Your owner's manual covers the guidelines for winterizing your motorhome in detail. However, you may prefer to have this done by an authorized Holiday Rambler service center. Now that you've watched this videotape and carefully read your owner's manual, you should be able to perform the tasks necessary for the best use and maintenance of your vehicle. With proper care, your motorhome will give you years of great traveling and camping experiences. Best of luck, and remember, Holiday Rambler is traveling with you all the way.